to the game. We've got ISSC Vancouver in the green, we've got Fraser Valley in the white. Fraser Valley playing from right to left, in case you're wondering. Good ball across. Foley's out. Well done, Danny. Good hands by Danny. Danny gives it to Conor Doyle, running up the right hand side. Ball into
Conor Finnerty.
Conor Finnerty and Carl.
Carl Martin has it.
Good defending by the Valley to keep him out wide. That's drifted wide. So the ISSC team starting at the back. We've got Niall Carroll in goal. Brian Fleming and Kieran Goldrick at the back. Christy Grimes at half back with Jack Quinn, Conor Doyle centre back. In midfield we got Michael Sweeney
and Alan
Dunn. Left half forwards Alan Kenny, right half forwards Danny Kinlan. They're all running around. Centre forward
Conor Finnerty. In the corner then we got Eamon Quinn and Carol. Conor Foley on the left hand side. Ball into the corner.
Wide ball.
Okay, Conor. Okay, Mark, in the centre.
Big shout out to our referee, Philly Murphy.
From the JP Ryans.
The chairperson of our hurling team here in Vancouver. And he's done a great job with him this season. And he loves refereeing.
And giving out.
He gets to do both at the same time. Killing Foley up the right hand side, hand pass off. Good defending by Dodge. Christy Grimes tackling. Christy's first game back after a hamstring injury, so he's raring to go.
Hopefully now he can keep off the suspension list as well as the injury list.
Both teams preparing for Philadelphia in 2 weeks' time. The ISSC are playing Chicago and Fraser Valley are playing San Fran, both in the senior championship in the quarterfinals.
He's going to go for it, that's it.
He is, he's got a decent left foot. Wide ball, still 0-0.
And you shouldn't be missing at the near post now. I was told that when I was a young lad. That's what he just did there.
You're still a young lad. Niall Carroll sent me a big long list of things to mention while he was playing in the goal, and I didn't bother checking my phone. So we'll make up some stories about him later on.
He's very good looking though, I suppose. You can mention that.
True. An unlimited amount of pink socks.
And awful rips in his jeans the whole time. I think he must get some kind of a deal on them because there's bits missing out of them. They might be caught out of a charity bin or something.
Please buy one, get the material half price. Good defending, Sweeney. Well done, well in.
Oh,
some decent tackles
down there with a bit of a head injury.
Hit in the head, yeah.
Sweeney coming off a big win earlier this morning for Limerick. First win in I think it's a million years.
Yeah.
I think the dinosaurs were around the last time Limerick won hurling All Ireland.
And he's only 6 points in. Throw ball here from the ref. Richie Clark in midfield for the Valley up against Michael Sweeney. Richie Clark wins it, taps it to nobody. Good tackling by the Valley, good pressure. And Foley wins it in midfield. Fraser Valley generally, if they do get ahead, they're very hard to beat. They're a really good defensive team and they break quick from the back. They've got a couple of new lads. Paddy Brown's a good runner. Richie Clark in midfield. Conal Hafferty on the far side as well.
Nice little tip over there by Niall. There's a dangerous one dropping in.
Right, Richie, this is yours. Okay, Conor. Okay. Back. Killian, back.
Fraser Valley are off the mark.
Good long kick by Niall, cleaned up by Fraser Valley in the half back line. 2 full benches it looks like, so I'd say subs will be key in the second half. Not to pull a cliche out or anything.
Well, it will definitely be a game of 2 halves,
yeah.
And I always find the team that scores the most is the team that actually wins ultimately.
Unlucky, good tackling. Great tackle there. Unlucky. Ref's giving a free for Fraser Valley for a tackle from behind.
Wind could play a factor here too if there's a few windy lads around.
Go, Danny!
2 lads defending here. On the left hand side, dodges great tidy defender.
Oh,
Good ball
in.
across, dangerous. But
Down, bend the back.
yeah, lucky not to get away with a slight
Jack.
tackle there at the back. Brian Fleming, and out for a
50 ball!
out for a 45, the umpire says.
Well done, Blue!
There's
Good
a lot
pressure.
of balls bouncing around inside there now.
Handling hasn't been great for the first couple of minutes, but big game nerves, I suppose, are coming into effect here.
With a smoky haze too, with all the forest fires here at the moment, visibility is pretty poor.
Thank God, otherwise I'd be sitting under the sun. Wouldn't be great.
Your commentary team here of Oisin Daly and Tommy Burke would be very, very sallow-skinned men. Lived in Vancouver quite a while, so we're rocking really nice tans at the moment.
And we've actually managed to force the Fraser Valley management to walk away in disgust at that latest comment. 45 here just out on the right hand side. They've tried to make the pitch as big as possible in the park. We're used to playing on rugby posts in Vancouver on rugby fields, so we've tried to make it a little bit bigger for the championship. Good score by the Valley there, 2 points to no score.
That's your score! Well done, Keane.
Yeah, the ISSC are going to have to
Two, mark up!
get a score here, get off the board.
Yeah. It does take the ISSC lads a bit of time to settle. Their most competitive games recently have been against the Harps, which will be the second ISSC team, and they always are slow to start. They pull away in the end generally, a bit of quality, but they're relying on the good forwards they have inside, but they're just not getting them the ball yet. Unlucky bounce of the ball there for Eamon Quinn inside in corner forward. He a fine Armagh man, I think he played minor in 1942.
The year of our Lord.
Good movement in midfield by the Valley.
Paddy Hartnett's looking for a short kick out. I just don't think he's going to get it.
They're too quiet, Paddy. They didn't hear him that time.
He would be very quiet naturally though.
Line ball to ISSC, taken by Alan Kenny. Back to Christy Grimes.
Christy loves going
Good
forward.
running, yeah. Great score. Great score. Good running off the ball.
Off the mark. Time to finish. You can cut that out.
We wouldn't be men that have been at training recently, so. Good ball to Paulie Brown in midfield, another Limerick man.
I'm actually technically a co-manager, so we're not the most impartial.
A co-manager we haven't seen since May. Good tackling by ISSC. Conor Doyle's an intense man at the best of times. All the way from Clay and County Kildare. Just moved here this year and has been a great addition to the club. Richie Clark going backwards. Great defending by Michael Sweeney. Great tackling. Good support play by Fraser Valley though. Killian Foley inside into the corner. Good defending by Dodge. Yeah. Great tight marker back there.
Well kept in by Danny
Ball
Kinlan.
still in play. Just need a couple of runners from midfield. No one inside in the full forward line. Long range shot. And Barney's inside in the goal and has it easily. It's been a problem all season. We played in the Western Canadians 2 weeks ago and the ISSC just don't kick the ball dead. There's too many balls going into the hands of the goalie. Ooh. The first one was a fair tackle. Second one was a free, playing the ball on the ground, and he came up over the back of him.
Nice ball in.
Ball in, good
Defending
defending
is
by
tight
Dodge.
again.
Christie's there to mop up. Ball up the right hand side. Keeping it well now. The lads are just doing a better job of holding on to the ball. Like I said, it's a small pitch. They just have to use the space a bit better. In the back by Paddy Hartnett. That's a free in. Quick ball played in for Eamon Quinn. Eamon Quinn running against Flash. Carl's through on goal, 1-on-1. And he's put it wide at the left post.
That's promising though from the Harps.
Yeah.
Need to see a bit more of that if they're going to get on top in this game.
The two teams played each other last 2 weekends ago in the Western Canadian Championships. Fraser Valley came out with a win by a point. 11 aside out in Burnaby Lake. Good competitive game.
Do we have a blooper reel for the boys here?
I don't know. Conor Doyle just turned the intensity up another notch if that was possible. Already taking his time with a long kick out. Sends it straight down the middle. Dodge under it again. In the back. No, referee's playing it on.
Oh my god. That's a terrible call.
Great unbiased commentary here from my co-commentator.
There was a push in the back. Very might not have been able to see it, but
Yeah. He put the whistle to the mouth and then gave up. Conor Doyle off again. Great carrying with the ball. Long ball inside. Eamon Quinn out in front again. Paddy Hartnett's going to struggle if he's 3 or 4 yards off him from the rest of the game. He has to get a bit tighter. Not short of confidence. Great score.
Good score.
2 points apiece.
Yeah, the Harps recovered well there after losing the ball to that non-free. Sorry, Philly.
Some good battles in midfield. No one's gotten on top yet. Good runner by Colin Lafferty, keeping the ball away from Danny Kinlan. Good tackle though.
Who's going to bend the back here?
Christy Grimes ignoring the ball. Going for the man, but it didn't matter. Running through, 4 defenders around him. Great save by Niall Carroll in the goal.
Go Richie! Well done, Richie!
Richie Clark against 2 here, but he needs some support.
They just need to stand him up here.
Yeah, great defending.
Oh, great defending by the Harps there.
Great ball. Danny Kinlan in midfield now. They should be able to hit him on the counter attack. Eamon Quinn running inside. If they can spot him. Poor Pampasso is taking the momentum out of the
They've
attack.
got a man extra here though. They're going to have to use it if they can retrieve this ball, which they can't.
Unlucky. Jack Quinn made a nice run up the left hand side, but his arms are too big and got in the way.
Jack's going to have to get back. He has a habit of
Yeah,
running
hopefully someone
off
covering
up
for
the
him.
field.
Michael Sweeney's covering the middle for him. Just needs to get his head up for a pass here. Should have a chance at a shot. Dropped into the keeper's hands again. That's 2 in the game so far. Need to start kicking these balls dead. Alan Kenny way back in the corner back line, mopping up the ball.
It's soft.
It's a silly free to give away, but he's unlucky. Referee was kept up with the play there. Had a clear view of it. 2 lads on him. Dodge defending well.
If you bend the back at all, you'll get the free.
Yeah. Kenny Foley's not used to being up this high.
And that one is out of bounds.
And that's why he's not usually up there.
He's a solid man to dig lads though.
It'll be 40 degrees if you're wearing those gloves. Fraser Valley funneling back. They're trying to protect their corner back line. There's a lot of open space back there now. No one wins it in midfield. Eamon Quinn's out in front again. Great touch. Out for Danny Kinlan. Unlucky, good block. Not sure if that's a free. Don't know the rule for that one.
No, I don't think so. I think if it's
Fraser
there,
Valley,
you can
yeah.
go for it. I don't
Fraser
think there
Valley
is a
come out
high
with
boot in. Oh,
Paddy
Jesus.
Green in with a hard tackle. Did well to hold on to the ball. That's a fantastic
That is a
score
fine
with the outside
score.
of the right. He's not short of confidence.
That's 3 for Conor Finnery now, I think.
Yep, 3 points to 2 points. Paddy Hartnett at the back trying to motivate the troops there.
I find there's 2 things are key in these games: motivation and hydration.
And alliteration. Killy Foley's having a good game in the field. He's cleaning up ball there and feeding the forward line. Paddy Green, once he gets it running, yeah, he's a great powerful runner. Good tackling by Conor Doyle. In on goal, 1-on-1. Niall Carroll saves it. Out for a 45. No free.
I think he gave them the advantage. The man
advantage in,
going through is going to get the ball.
Michael Sweeney's
Paddy
holding
Brown.
his head.
Paddy Brown. Paddy Green is a famous man from Upperchurch.
What did I call Paddy Green? Big shout out to Paddy Green. Great Vancouver hurler.
Former JP Ryan ISSC man. Also played a bit for the Valley.
He did.
He's one of those lads that crossed the divide.
No wonder I got confused. The average age of Fraser Valley has come down 25 years in the last
4 years.
4 years, yeah. Yeah. Vinny and Dennis Ryan here on the sideline. We might have to cut out some of the language. They're doing great great work out there. They ran a great event out at the Western Canadians in Burnaby 2 weeks ago.
And it's nice to see that they moved all the lads from the West End out to live in Surrey per the parish boundaries.
Well done, Danny. Well done, Paddy.
I thought that was a nice touch.
You bigger man.
That's a great score.
Bigger man.
On a serious note.
Yeah, that was a good score. The owner of the truck behind the goals in the last game had a few balls hit off of it.
One of the hurlers also managed to hit a moving vehicle. Pity the ball went 40 yards wide.
We don't have the luxury
Luckily,
of
it's a high
safety
ball.
nets at the backs of goals here.
Good defended by Paddy Harden, but he's landed funny on his ankle there.
Yeah, that doesn't look good.
No, he's putting no pressure on it.
If I know Paddy though, he won't be going off.
Good defending by Michael Sweeney again in midfield. They're putting good pressure on the ball and putting pressure on these high balls in. Christy Grimes,
Come on, ref. You can't do that, ref.
no free, but the second one unfortunately was a free.
Probably no need for the second one. Probably had him bundled up.
Tackle on the ground. Another handy free for Fraser Valley.
That said, if I was in there, I would have done it myself. So, you know, he who has not sinned, as they say.
Don't know if you would have caught him, to be honest. Game just stopped for a minute for an injury.
Paddy has gone off. It does actually look serious enough.
Yeah, he's looked off. Unfortunate for Paddy. Hopefully he's right for Philadelphia in a couple of weeks. It's the big worry about playing these finals so close to the big championships. Might lose some key players.
Who are they playing below in Philly?
San Fran.
San Fran. Oh, that'll be handy.
Lovely bunch of lads.
ISSC remember playing San Fran 2 years in a row now. Once in Seattle, once in San Francisco. One was not a close game in Seattle. Last year it was a bit closer, thankfully.
True. ISSC have won one senior football game against Chicago 2 years ago in Seattle.
Over here, Mark. You bigger man.
How many years have we been playing senior now?
I think we won a game in San Fran 2011, I believe.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, or drew it and got bet after extra time. But yeah, the Chicago one was definitely in the time I've been here, it's the only senior championship win we've won. Padraig Pierce's.
There's been huge changes in football though. Or 3 or 4 years ago we had 13 or 14 out playing football. Half of them were hurlers, whereas now we've got two full teams going down to Philadelphia. We've got a full bench here today and 14, 15 lads that played junior football already this morning. Alan Kenny tracking Conor Foley here, Richie Clark with the ball in midfield. They're doing a better job of keeping the ball again. Making the ISSC guys move. Plenty of J1ers out though, so they should have the legs for it.
Harps are putting in a lot more pressure though than they did in the Western Canadians 2 weeks ago already.
Does seem a bit more competitive already. And again, the 13 aside makes a big difference, an awful lot less running for them. Now hopefully we can build from the back. Michael Sweeney on the ball again.
James, keep coming back, James.
A lot of touches.
It's just about early ball now.
Yeah. Bit high, not ideal aim, no thanking for that one. That's good defending
They're
by
going to
Caleb.
retain the possession.
This is the last club day of the summer. It's the first Vancouver championship we've had. It's the first year we've had 3 clubs in the city as well, so it's great to have Éire Óg along as well. They've really added to it. There's been a 4-team championship with 2 semi-finals last week. Well, Jack Crim runs up the middle of the field and takes a handy score. That's a good point, good support run.
So the ICC Harps are up 4 points to 3 after
A while.
a while. It is now 4:46 if that helps, and it doesn't.
Breakfast time back home.
There's still a few Limerick lads, I'd say, crawling around Harcourt Street in Dublin.
Still on it.
It's going to let him
It's a great
away
run
with
through.
some steps there, I think, because he's been held on to.
Great block by Dodge. Kieran Goldrick. And a 45 says the referee.
And of course, someone's called a foot block. The
referee
stupidest rule in football I have ever heard. Nobody knows what it is.
No one knows what it
Nobody
is.
knows how it works, but everyone calls for it, even if a lad blocks a left fella down legitimately.
Referee just having a quick word with the Fraser Valley management there, telling them to shut up. As is Philly's right, I suppose.
And his pleasure.
Still no action on either bench.
The ISSC captain Trevor Farrell is over there. He'd love to be starting today, but unfortunately in the Western Canadians he injured his ankle, so I'd say he's chomping at the bit to get in there.
Trevor's done some great work this week. We're all here in our stylish training tops.
Some wearing them better than others.
Some guessed their own sizes wrong. Now let's go to 45 this time by Fraser Valley, and the referee's given a free out for a push in the back.
Okay, mark up. Move, kick it back.
Out of the hands this time by Niall Carroll with the free. Paddy Brown misses it. Christy Grimes goes in hard as Christy does. Bit of a schmozzle. And Christy comes out with it. 3 Fraser Valley lads on him, and he hasn't even blinked. Long ball in.
Loops it in. It's a good take by Alan
Good
Kenny.
take on the run, full speed. Alan Kenny, well done. Good support play by Mike Sweeney. Still there, Eamon Quinn tackling flash. Use the 2 hands and a free out for Fraser Valley.
That was unlucky there. He just gave he had to kind of give that ball, but probably man right on the shoulder. It's a tough one to catch.
That's great defending by ISSC. Richie Clark has to pull on the ball and it goes out of play for a white ball.
A bit of frustration there from Richie.
Yeah.
It's a solid man to slot over a few scores for that.
Glad to see such a big crowd have stayed around. It's the last game of the day. Some boys and girls have been here since the first thing this morning, setting up the field, and a camogie match on at 11 o'clock, and since then we've been playing ever since. Great tackle by Michael Sweeney again. 2 on 1 here. Richie's struggling, and a free in, unfortunately, on Michael Sweeney. Long high ball in by Paddy Brown, dodges underneath it, goes for the punch.
Brian Fleming comes out with it.
Brian Fleming's been playing some great football recently.
Just 2 weeks ago, he's kind of a new arrival, so he started with the Celts, the ISSC second team, and in 2 weeks of good play and good training, he's worked his way onto the first team.
I don't know the score, Dennis, sorry.
Okay, Richie, this is yours.
5 points to 3 to the ISSC. I do know the score, it turns out.
5, yeah.
Yeah. Dennis, 5-3. Barney taking his time again. Good high ball down towards Richie Clark, their main go-to man in midfield.
Alan
Broken
Dunn
up
read
well.
that very, very well. He saw that there was 2 men up for it, and he just stood back and caught it.
Again, Paddy Brown getting a run on this defence. Much better by Conor Doyle to make him stop there though, and a great block down. Much better defending there. 45 to Fraser Valley.
The county of Louth probably has a big interest in this game. We actually have 3 Louth men starting.
That's true.
Very unusual.
Still don't understand any of them. Danny Kinlan is one of our mainstays in the forward line, on his way home to do a Masters in DCU. A proud Louth minor, he told me, multiple times.
It's amazing he's still able to play after being down the mines all those years.
Well, at least he's not Chilean. 45 a little bit further out on the right hand side. The last one dropped short and was a free out. Let's see if he can connect with this one a little bit better.
He's got a bit of welly on that one.
Better connection, but again drifts off to the right hand side. Calm day here in Surrey, so no real excuses. That's 2 in a row he's put wide. Not that I'd do any better myself.
My leg would genuinely fall off if I kicked the ball that far. I'd be more of a cornerback, attack-minded cornerback. Don't do a lot of kicking. or general football stuff?
Upper Church wouldn't be known for its great hard running. Upper Church Strumban wouldn't be known for its football. I might be wrong though.
We are a dual senior club now.
Go, Keane!
Is that hurling and camogie, is it?
That would be hurling and football.
That's a
Thanks for your
ball still in play.
not
Looked
really
like a push
sure
by Brian
what
Fleming.
happened there, but yeah, we're going to play away.
We still have it. That's all
That's
that
just
matters.
sometimes how it rolls here in Vancouver.
Christy Grimes on the ball again, working it out from the back. Fraser Valley slotting back in. They've plenty of men back, so it might be tough to break its speed here. Questionable ball by Michael Sweeney's asked Eamon Quinn of a lot there, and Eamon's out in front.
Make it.
Alan Kenny making a clever run inside.
He's not able to hold on to it.
Unlucky this time.
That is better. At least they're looking up. They're trying to spot the runs instead of just hit and hope. But they're going to have to start converting some of them into scores.
The eloquent sentence structure, Tommy. Paddy Brown on the ball again.
Well, I actually took a lot of my commentary tips from Michael Duignan. He's just such a pro. Just comes out with some great lines and just such a value to RT as a whole, I think.
I've been more of a David Brady man myself.
I just find a lot of the commentary they have on RT, every day, you know, I feel like our tax euros are being well spent.
Okay, blue!
To be fair, it is better than TV3.
That's true. Does TV3 even exist anymore?
It does, yeah. I think
We've been away a while.
I think they just do reruns of stuff that's on ITV.
Fair City from 1985. Just realised I haven't commentated on the game for about 5 minutes. Conal Hafferty running through, good defending. Bit of a pull by Christy Grimes, but Conal still has the ball, and that's a push in the back, unfortunately, and a free into Fraser Valley. Just trying to break up the play a little bit.
Christy's going to probably have to be careful. That's probably his third or fourth, but they're fairly innocuous, so he's probably going to get away with it for another way.
No malice in them, which is the main thing, and unusual. Big thanks to BCB coming out and feeding Rock Shandy and Club Orange to all the spectators here this evening.
I think you can find them in a lot of the bars now as well.
True. You find plenty of packets of potato in our sponsor pub, Donlan's Irish Bar.
Something Granville Street. Basically, stay walking down Granville until there's no more pubs left, and then it'll be there on your left.
Yeah. If you hit the bridge, you've gone too far. And another free and a good score by Fraser Valley. Now you're going to have to listen to Tommy for a couple of minutes because I've got to eat a sandwich.
You could do that at half time too, actually.
That's why we hired you.
I am, of course, the brains of this whole operation.
The football club.
And by
as
that
a
I
whole.
mean Canada in general. If I went home, I'd say this place had ceased to exist.
Eamon Quinn out in front again. They've actually switched. I think
he's,
this is the third man to mark Eamon Quinn in the game. Unlucky that time.
he's doing everything right, but they have the second man there right beside him, so it's difficult if you mispick it.
ISSC need to recover here. Great block down by Michael Sweeney out for a line ball, but it breaks up the play a little bit.
Sweeney's putting in a decent shift so far.
Yeah, he's playing very well. Another man that's been promoted from the second team this season. Had a great spring and summer league, and now he's getting his start in midfield.
He's putting in a lot of effort too. He's always speaking up with training and all. We need a bit more of that. Sometimes we have a few lads who think they can just rock in and make the team, but suspicion of about 9 steps there, I think.
Yeah, good shoulder by Grimes. Questionable shot by Conal, and Niall Carroll safe hands, does well back there.
Quick break here now by the Harps.
Probably the wrong choice. There was 2 runners on the far side, but
Don't
if
think
it
he
came off,
spotted them.
yeah, if it came off, he would have been a genius. He's still a genius in my eyes. Good defending by Dodge again. Great cornerback play, good tackling.
He's just kind of pulled him in
Yeah.
a little bit.
Just a little bit too physical there. Free in, straight in front of the posts. Should be straightforward.
His intensity level is about 11 or 12 out of 10, I'd say.
The Christometer.
So what else do you want to be doing on a Sunday evening?
That's it.
For me personally, it would be being on the couch, but you know,
Tommy just came out of a very serious surgery during the week and was advised not to leave his own house. And here he is, talking water.
And I would be noted as being very brainy usually.
Another great score. I think that might be all scores, bar one for Fraser Valley from place balls.
This is yours.
And I have it as 5 points apiece.
Right, Killian. Right ball.
Niall Carroll's gone long again, down on top of Richie Clark. All missed.
Eamon Quinn is actually going to come out. Yeah, he's going to come out
Come
with
out
this
with the
one.
ball. Some hard tackling by Fraser Valley. Great hand pass through the middle. Great support run by Danny Kennelan. Goes for the goal. Great save by Barney with the right knee. Dived the wrong way, but managed to save it in the middle.
He had a man outside him, but he was running out of space. So.
And there's half time. There's a bit of Gasca Mendieta with that one. That's half time. We've half time score Fraser Valley 5 points, ISSC 5 points. Hello and welcome back to the second half of the ISSC Vancouver against Fraser Valley Gaels in the first Vancouver Football Championship. The cup that we're playing for today is the David Gavin Trophy, named after David Gavin, who unfortunately, a player here at the club, passed away last year. Ball thrown in by the ref. Michael Sweeney's up. Richie Clark holds him off well. I'd also like to apologise. The commentary team had one job in the first half, and that was keep the score, and we got it wrong. It's Fraser Valley Gaels 6 points, ISSC 5 points. Good defending by Brian Fleming, Michael Sweeney coming out with the ball. James, substitution actually for the ISSC team. On the ball here, James Casey from the Charleville club. Good ball in. Eamon Quinn trying to hold off his man, and James Casey's down on it again. Ball still in, hit the flag. No one really knows what to do. Fraser Valley coming out with the ball. Paulie Brown, Killian Foley.
Not sure what is the deal with that. If the ball hits the flag, is it not out or is it?
I don't think the flag is meant to be on the field. I think the flag's meant to be back from the sideline.
Oh, there was a bit of a flap there.
It's good defending by the ISSC.
There's a man down here.
Man down, number 12. It looked like a pretty hefty challenge.
Right beside us as well.
Don't know if he's actually playing or.
I think he is.
I think he's actually meant to be playing. Sore ankle. You won't be able to see him because the camera is up over his head, but he's just here on the sideline beside us.
Might just be stretching.
Like I mentioned, there are a couple of subs for the ISSC. James Casey is in what looks like centre forward, and Paul Nolan here, left half forward, also known as Yam. And we'll get back to you with who went off.
Looks like Danny
Kennelan and Carol have made way.
Carlos still inside.
Oh, Carl's there, yeah. And Yam and Connor Foley are making friends there in the middle of the field, while the Fraser Valley come up with the ball. Richie Clark on it again, held it well, rides the tackle.
They'd be two notoriously raw men now.
We have a few of them. Good tackle. And their free taker, another one of the Foleys. Great block by Dodge. And Paul Nolan seen his first action with the ball. Good strong man. Also was the captain of the winning hurling team in the Western Canadian Championships last weekend. And again, straight into the hands of Niall Carroll in the goal. Out down and done to Michael Sweeney. James Casey getting on the ball again. Casey, another dual star. Travelling through the middle.
It was Alan Kenny and Danny Kinlan who went off for the Harps.
Alan Kenny. Jack Quinn up for the back, plays a good ball in. Eamon Quinn really on form today, gets out in front of his man. Tries the hand pass and up over the bar. ISSC
good score.
Draw level.
Good decision there, because a lot of lads would just pull the trigger, but you're at a very bad angle. We need that score.
Barney's already made a couple of good saves in the goal, so I think just keep tacking on the points for the time being until the space opens up.
And open them up like a bag of potatoes.
I had my sandwich at half time in case anybody's wondering. I'm back to normal.
Is the wind picking up a bit?
It is a little bit. Our midfielders playing very deep. They were way back in the half back line there. Good cover though. Conor Finnerty on the ball again. Great confidence
no one
running as
inside
man.
except Eamon. He's going to have to go for it.
Goes forward. And another great score. Both
umpires went for it.
Yep. The ISSC take the lead, 7 points to 6.
The whole officiating team is from the JP Ryans. It would be hard to find anyone who's actually impartial in Vancouver. It's so small, but I think the lads are doing a decent job. You couldn't really have Airog because they're a bit close to the ISSC. Couldn't have the Celts because they are the ISSC, and you couldn't have the Valley because they just can't be trusted.
They're the Valley. I was wondering where you were going with that one. I was hoping it wasn't going to be inappropriate.
Now, I would never say anything too inappropriate. That's being recorded.
Long pause. Brian Fleming unfortunately drops the ball in midfield. Bit of a skirmish. Michael Sweeney's down over.
The back. It looks like he did enough there to get his 3.
Yeah, a couple of closed fists in that tackle, I think. And we go again.
Yawn with
a dirty hand pass.
And a bit of politeness at the end of it.
Yeah. He's been in Canada too long.
Oh. That's more what we see from Christy now.
Yeah, he's back.
He is going to have to go back, and he's making his way back there quickly.
He's doing well. He's doing well to keep fit while off injured. Still a lot of running.
I just see the referee noted that in his book there, so Christy is now definitely on the watch list.
And another solid tackle by Christy. Not sure if our cameras today have the function of player cam, but if you do get the chance, it will be an interesting watch. Good tackle by Michael Sweeney on Conal Hafferty. Conal went down a little bit easy there, might have slipped. From far out on the right hand side, the ball's gone wide from Killian Foley.
I think that's the key. We just need to keep it away from there. A couple of lads are decent on it, decent at the shots.
Oh, and as we said, kick it straight to Fraser Valley, unfortunately. And Paul Nolan tackling with 2 hands. And Philly having another word with the Fraser Valley sideline. We do get passionate here in Vancouver.
Some would call it ratty.
Real annoying. Yet another place ball here, free from the hands.
He's stealing a few
One of
yards.
Foley's. And he just hasn't connected with that at all. And Niall Carroll easily collects it in the goal.
And absolutely lampoons it out over the sideline.
The Valley lads looking for water. It's never a good sign.
James Casey wouldn't drink water himself now. Only rocket fuel.
Oh, it looked like he touched that ball on the ground.
Definitely touched that on the ball. I think he got away with it because the ref's back was turned.
Good hard run, but tackle coming in here. A strong tackle by Michael Sweeney, but fair, 1 hand in it.
That was the biggest West Limerick tackle I've ever seen, but it paid off.
And James Casey on the ball again. Tidy footballer, rarely loses it. Unlike this other fella, Conor Doyle. That's great build-up play, keeping the ball, and unlike the first half, now the ISSC are making the Fraser Valley lads run around.
That's a lot better.
Much better, keeping the ball, yeah.
That's... Well, the difference is quite clear.
And again, getting a bit ratty. Philly taking the name here of the centre back. And here comes Shane Henley. Shrule Glencorrib, Metropolis. And the first yellow card of the day goes to the Fraser Valley man. Shane Henley's generally a half forward. I think special teams, he's just coming on to take the free. He might be taken off again afterwards.
Yeah, I think that Shane now, he wouldn't be very modest himself now.
No, actually received multiple texts from Shane when he heard I was commentating on the match. When Conor Finnerty looks to have hurt himself in that last shot, the left foot.
That foot is for standing, Conor, you need to remember that.
Yeah, just seems to have strained the groin, but he's up running around again. Tommy, did you see who Shane Henley came on for by any chance?
Carol Martin.
Carol did well, but most of the ball was going into Eamon Quinn.
Now a nice slot shot over the bar, hopefully, and there we go. And that's a lot better from the Harps now.
Much better.
They're starting to turn it on. Hopefully they can keep up the momentum now.
Up 8 points to 6 to the ISSC. Connor's Still struggling on that far side. Plenty of subs on the bench.
Right, Cahar, you're free. Hey, here, Stanley.
ISSC forcing Barney to go long again in the goal.
That's
It's a great mark. First mark of the day. Good ball in again by Sweeney. Aiming out in front. Tight defending though. Good tackle.
Yeah, he's tight.
Done well. He actually played the junior.
Hanley.
He played the full junior game earlier on. Here's Shane with his first touch on the ball from play. And fisted over nicely. Great score. Now we're
Shane
starting
has
the
a
motor.
serious burst of pace over 10 yards. Can really turn it on.
From the front of the pub to the back of the pub.
Oots, oots, ooh.
Right, Danny, put your name on this one.
Shane is taking this match very seriously.
Body.
He's actually doing some pre-season training back in Ballybrit there for the Galway races. Saw him drinking nothing but water in Lucas Aid. Just sight to behold.
Some lads wear black bags to make themselves sweat more. Henley just wears dodgy suits. It's good build-up play. Brian Fleming at the back. Need to go out the side. Go back across the goal. Great save by
my
Niall
gosh.
O'Carroll.
Well, that would have been a first, I think, hand passing the ball into your own net.
Unusual decision, but got away with it. And a 45 to Fraser Valley. Missed 2 on the trot here, so we'll see if we can.
I always
Stop
find
this
that those different tactics work. Some people like to go and score into the opposing team's net. Sometimes it's just better to put it in your own net and work from there.
Yeah. Start with the basics. Points to 6 to the ISSC. Chance here to close the gap. Next score you feel is a big one. Taking them out of goal range. If the ISSC can get it. We'll watch this 45. Much better connection. And a better score. Fraser Valley with another point from a place ball. And we've just confirmed we do have the score right this time.
Oh, that's a good block down from
Well done,
Shane Henley.
Shane Henley, well leapt.
There's a bit of afters there. And
Ball
if they
still in
want to
play.
give it, he'll give it back. No problemo.
It's a little
Oh,
bit
we could
loose
have
from
a
the
goal
ISSC
here.
and good defending by Christie.
Yeah,
He's
he was
really
in the
added to
right
this
place
team
there.
back there. Kieran has just kicked the ball away there and Fraser Valley can build again from midfield. ISSC just need a little bit of composure on the ball here, just keep it for a little bit and build up the phases. Good tackle by James
Fraser have a
Casey.
lot of men here open, especially Paddy Brown, which is the wrong man you want to have on the ball.
And another foul, unfortunately, by Christy Grimes. Referee is going to have a quick word here with Christy.
That was one of those fouls he kind of had to make because he was going to be straight through there.
Yeah, I think ISSC did well to kill the game there and just stop up the play. That the shape was gone a little there.
And he's got himself a yellow.
Yellow card for Christy, second of the day.
I mean, you can max out really. You could get a yellow, you could get a ticking, you could get a talking to, and then you could get a black. And like, you know, you should use all those options.
Oh, he's not going to pull that around from the left hand side. It's unusual technique he has. It's like he's kicking the ball with his bad foot all the time. But seems to do the job when he does connect.
He has the distance on him.
Yeah. Still 9 points to 7 to the ISSC. James Casey under this with Connor Foley. Bit of tugging. Ball still in. Ball still in. Well done, Michael Sweeney with the tackle. Great tackle by Michael Sweeney on Richie Clark. Down over it. That looked like a dive from Michael Sweeney. And that looks like a line ball to Fraser Valley, but the referee's just going to consult with the linesman.
Alright, Sweeney, good stuff, lad.
High ball in from the Valley, change of tactic there, and Brian Fleming comes out with it again. Playing very well back there, tidy. Apart from that hand pass mishap, we're doing okay. Eamon Quinn out in front.
Eamon's playing very well today.
Very well, yeah. Good
And a
crossfield
great
ball.
crossfield ball into space for Conor Finnerty. Just do the simple thing here now.
Just didn't connect with that one. Still struggling, I think, with that leg. Not moving as freely as he was. Paddy Brown coming out at the back, and Paddy looks to be limping as well. I think a lot of the players are starting to get tired here, so the benches might need to be used.
It has been a long, hot summer.
Fortunately, 2 hands there from Fleming. It's a free into Fraser Valley. Michael Sweeney kicks the ball away, and the ball is going to be brought up 13-ish metres.
Harps need to get back here together and just get a bit more shape.
And the best hurler to ever come out of Fermanagh, just coming onto the field here, Sean Corrigan. Also chances his arm at football. He usually plays in the inside forward line. And I was right, Conor Finnerty was just struggling a little bit, so Sean's going to come in his place.
Oh, I think he has a bit more left in him though. He might come back on again. There's a lot of lads there who might want to come back on again,
Yep.
so might not be seeing our last substitution.
Buddy Brown with a good idea for a switch, James Casey breaks the play up. And Christy Grimes coming out with the ball. Doesn't seem fazed by that previous yellow card. He's well used to them. Here's Paul Nolan on the right hand
Cards
side.
like sweets, that lad.
And for the first time today, Fraser Valley cornerback Kevin comes out in front of Eamon Quinn. It's a good ball in.
He's
just-
after getting
just
a
to
right
dodge the ball.
slap for himself for it.
That'll teach him to play football properly. Fraser Valley attacking here with numbers, but it looks like we've got a good solid half-back line there. Christy Grimes. A little bit of space for Richie Clark, and unfortunately fortunately he slices that wide. Still 9 points to 7 to the ISSC.
You do feel though
though
if it goes into the last few minutes and there's only a point or two in it, it can go really anyway, because these two teams have hopped off each other all summer. This is probably their fourth time playing each other,
Yeah,
and there's never been more than a point or two between them.
true, it is close. It's great to have such competitive games though, building up to the North Americans at the end of the season. Michael Sweeney's looking hurt. Signal to the sideline that he's going to need to be changed. Looks like a calf or hamstring injury.
That'll be a big loss now because he's playing
very well.
well today. He's getting stuck in there.
Intensity's been high.
Surely the Limerick win is going to see him through though. Think about the boys, Sweeney.
Just don't tell him that they've burned his county to the ground.
They're going to have to stay on for a minute because I don't think we have too many substitutions
It looks
there
like
already.
Anthony O'Brien is on the line. Anto's already played nearly a full game of junior football this morning, so but sure, he's only a young lad. It's a good ball in by Connell to the corner. Just needs to work this ball out. Good defending by the ISSC, covering the run through the middle. Three lads burst into each other, unfortunately, and again Brian Fleming comes out with the ball. And blocked. Going back across your own goal wouldn't be advisable, but
You can.
Tommy forgot for a moment there that he was commentating.
If they call the 45 for that though, I'd be going in there.
And referee's going in to speak to the umpires.
Right, boys, Lou, this is your ball.
Two other fine hurling men.
Make it fine, Lou.
A wide ball is given. Niall Carroll looking for the quick kick out. Good ball up for Yom. Yom breaks it, and again a Fraser Valley man picks it up in front. Haven't said Jack Quinn's name in a while. Probably a good thing for a defender, but it was unfortunate with that bounce. I've missed that. Looks like a late tackle
looks
there
like
in the middle.
Either Paddy Brown or Richie Clark's giving him a bit of a clatter there, I'd say, off the ball.
Bit of a late tackle as the ball was hand passed over him. And play stopped for a minute just to check.
Yeah, it looks like Paddy Brown is the guilty party.
That's Jack Quinn on the ground.
He's going to get a yellow for himself, yeah. I don't think the ref saw it, so he couldn't really give anything else out, to be fair.
There was uproar from the ISSC side of the sideline, but didn't see it myself.
Jack now wouldn't be one to start instigating fights. Oh, sorry, no, he definitely would.
I was wondering, I thought you got your players mixed up there for a minute.
He was involved in an incident in the Western Canadian final.
It's gone viral on YouTube, I believe.
Which has gone viral, yeah. He came out of nowhere. It was like a WWE move.
The ball hadn't been in play for several seconds.
And wasn't in play for a couple of minutes afterwards.
Henley with another free from the centre of the field. Shane Henley actually has told everyone in Vancouver that's ever met him that he played minor for Mayo. The dummy
Is he
solo.
going for this one? No,
And
it's
unfortunately,
wide.
he's put that wide. He says it's a point. He's not the umpire.
He's going to have to pick up his man here because I believe that's his man just getting the ball.
Yeah. Bit of communication lacking there from the ISSC boys. Need to start talking to each other and cover these runners.
Sean Corrigan's getting back for him.
Hello, Sean.
Oh,
Good hard tackling by Conor Doyle in there.
Flash of the sash inside there.
Surprised no one looked for a foot block there, whatever that is. Unlucky, and Dave
Poor
Mack comes
giveaway.
away with the ball. Dave Mack's a great man to take a point, lets it inside this time. And lucky enough, the ball's just run all the way through the keeper.
Now we've got ISSC have an extra man out here.
Yeah. The ISSC boys telling him to carry the ball. James Casey again, the playmaker in midfield.
Oh, great
That's
ball and a bit of an off
great
the ball
ball,
hit
yeah, right in
afterwards. I
front
don't
of us.
think anyone saw it or cares.
Paul Nolan's in. Eamon Quinn throws it up and throws it over
Throws
the
it
bar.
over the bar.
Yes.
That was well worked in the end.
Eamon Quinn having a great game there. Just like to thank Rachel, his wife, for letting him out for the day.
Lol.
10 points to 7 to the ISSC. About halfway through the second half here.
Seven is correct.
And ball up to Richie Clark again. He hasn't had
He hasn't
much
had the
clean
luck
ball
he
there.
usually gets there with
Yeah.
Alan Dunn. He's tidy.
He's playing very well back there, Alan. Good tackling, great tackling by Jack Quinn. Jack goes away with the ball. Held back a
Gonna have to
little, but
just
he's
give
done
it in
well.
now.
Yeah, he's
Or
got to
the-
look up. He's got to look up. Good hand pass in. Good defending. Shane Henley with the
Oh,
one-handed
he's
pick
on
up.
here. He's on.
Sean Corrigan's in on goal. Has to stick. Oh,
Yes.
it's a goal. Sean Corrigan, the hurler from Fermanagh.
Left side, right side. He don't care.
Great power and run through the middle by Shane Henley there to set
Yeah.
up that goal. That's
Henley
nice.
made that. I think the Valley know what he's able to do when he runs at them, so they all kind of got sucked in, and he just popped the pass outside.
A good man to bring off the bench. Some 3 strong substitutes have come on there.
Yeah, the substitutions made a massive difference.
Really haven't
there.
weakened the team at all.
Henley's a great man when he puts the ball in under the arm like that.
Yeah, there's no stopping him.
Very rugby style.
Fraser Valley line ball on the far side.
Lads, there's loads of time. There's 10 minutes left. Valley, 10 minutes left. Loads of time.
It's 110 to the ISSC to 7 points to Fraser Valley, so a good 6-point lead we have. They have.
No, we have.
We have. Fuck it.
We're fooling no one here.
Anto O'Brien free here on the left hand side if Niall Carroll can see him. Just a little bit delayed, and Dave Mack comes over to cover.
Right, Richie.
Probably will have to go long again, but we've done well in midfield with winning ball.
Not a lot of big men up here now for this one.
Shane Henley's up 1 on 2. And Connor Foley comes away with it. James Casey with a good strong tackle. Fair, says the referee. Paddy
Conor
Brown.
Foley's been a stalwart of that defence for the Valley now for probably 4 or 5 years.
Yeah. Playing well. Good defending by Sean Corrigan. That looked like a throw to me, but unfortunately,
I didn't hear the whistle.
there's 2 hands in that. And again, the Fraser Valley management told us to stay quiet, but he's a passionate West Clare man and wouldn't have it any other way. Great
big
tackle
hit there
by Jack Quinn, and he's
Oh,
a good fair tackle on the shoulder, and he's
yeah, I think
Kevin, the
that
cornerback's gone down in a bit of a
he's
heap.
gone down. I think he got an earlier one.
Good tackling by Conor Doyle, and unfortunately a late slap there by Doyle, and it's a free into Fraser Valley. Looks like the Fraser Valley man is just a little bit winded back there, should be okay to continue. Trevor Farrell coming in to have a few words with his forwards.
Score, etc. And he's going down to the backs now, and he's going to say defend, if he can at all.
Hopefully he gets all the way to the keeper, because that's the key one. Stop it.
I believe it was said before, but goals win matches.
So far we're 1 goal to no score up. Game's gone a little bit dead here with the stoppage. Free into Fraser Valley, just about 30 yards out on the right hand side. This trusty left peg, and he hasn't connected, but just scrapes over the crossbar for Fraser Valley's 8th point of the day, and probably that free taker's 8th point of the day.
Yeah, I think they might have just got one from play.
Big thank you to the ISSC committee who've set up this game day here today. There's guys out here at 9 o'clock this morning to set up this field.
Not able to see the All-Ireland properly.
Christy Grimes looked like it was off the ground, but the referee says play away.
I think it was coming at him at enough pace to get away with those ones.
If it was a Fraser Valley man, it was off the ground though. And a free in for James Casey. He just does not lose the ball. Shane Henley
Yeah.
out to strike it.
I mean, he's the same in hurling. Like, he turns and twists, but he'll never really give away a stupid ball.
Yeah, he's solid. Oh, very clever by Corrigan. Unlucky he couldn't catch the ball.
Oh, here.
Barney's hand passed it to Eamon Quinn, and Eamon taps
Eamon
it
Quinn's
over the bar.
Eamon's had a massive game today. Just makes such a big difference when he's on form.
Yeah, he's up for this.
The 13-a-side does suit the ISSC a lot more.
Hmm?
The 13-a-side suits us a lot
It
more.
does, yeah. Generally, the ISSC are a bigger club, so we just have a little bit more depth. So when we do 13 aside, and we just have those extra few players that can make a difference. Like we said, that bench that came on are all solid senior footballers. Jack Quinn on the ball again, keeping it well. He's going to run into trouble. Yeah, he's done well to keep that. He's
great
done
little toe tap
brilliantly.
there.
Yeah, and he gets hit late again. Bit of frustration from the Fraser Valley here, and the referee's going to have another word.
I have to say that number 9 has a fantastic beard.
It's lovely. Nice fade too.
Can't grow a beard myself. Bit of the small boy look going on.
Sallow skinned small boy look. I love your self-confidence.
The viewers at home can paint your own picture. Just think very handsome.
Great turn by Sean Corrigan. A few steps. Still in on goal. Buries it.
buried
That's
it.
2 goals for Sean Corrigan. Claims for steps from Fraser Valley, but I do think the referee was playing some advantage there.
He was playing advantage. I mean, he probably did take the 5th step, but his jersey was being pulled for 3 of those, so
It's fair. Couldn't
that's
do
what
much.
you're going to get. You're either going to get a free or you're going to get that goal.
So if the ISSC can keep it together here, looks like they're on their way to the first Vancouver Championship. It's 2-11 to 8 points. Well up by Alan Dunn off of Fraser Valley man, and that's an ISSC ball.
Yeah, it did.
Hit him. Hit his shoulder and went out. Mightn't have seen that from the camera, but it's an ISSC ball on this near hand side. Christy Grimes to take it. Not much moving from the ISSC boys. Has to go long. No one underneath it. Good defending.
Oh,
Ooh, that could have hurt.
just that cornerback has taken
He has no-
absolute well to shoulders.
No ribs left. Anto O'Brien on the chase here. Good defending.
One Anto.
And Keely Foley up the right hand side. Good chasing. Alan Dunn's after. Richie Clark way out on the right hand side. Needs to look back and recycle the ball. And at this stage of the game, this suits the ISSC perfectly, forcing the Fraser Valley to take these long shots.
What are we now?
2-11 to 8 points to the ISSC. Go on, the lads.
This will be a big win for the ISSC, especially after the heartbreaking loss in the Western Canadian final. Game we really left after us, just let Valley come out and dictate the whole play, which to their credit they did. And a huge clap from the crowd now for Eamon Quinn as he goes off. And our man off. There's a scut of a Donegal man in.
Marty McGrath in a corner forward. A great man to win ball and get out in front, just what we need. Shane Henley up over the top.
Oh, looks like he caught that
Looks
ball.
like the 2 of them have it. I think the Fraser Valley one might have won the ball. I know, a bit of pulling and dragging out of Richie Clark. Don't know if they were hugging or fighting.
The 2 boys would be sound enough.
Yeah. Good
Well done,
defending by
Anto.
Anto O'Brien. Good place to give away a free. Break up the play and let the ISSC
And look,
boys
that
filter
ball
back.
could actually be gone out. No. Paddy Brown now will start the attack again, and he likes to run at people.
Well, we've got a great burst of pace when he goes. We just need to force him to check, which Sean Corrigan did well there. Some good, strong tackling.
That's brilliant from Sean.
That's great.
You have to play to the limits of what the ref's going to allow, and that's what he did there.
Fraser Valley struggling to find space inside. Good running off the ball by Richie Clark. Good defending by Dodge. Richie's in on goal.
Going to try and go all the way here, I think.
Oh, and
He's got it.
stuck it in the net over the head of the keeper.
That's a great individual score by Richie Clark.
Great score.
Five points.
5 points in at 2-11 to 1-9 to the ISSC.
5 minutes to go.
Next score you'd think is a big one. ISSC can get it, you'd think they'll start pulling away. Shane Henley winning the ball brilliantly in the middle of the field.
He's going to go
Not
for
sure of
it.
the confidence.
Oh, just short.
Just didn't connect. So if he went training though, he might have connected.
Shane's really going to love us at the end of this.
Yeah, yeah. He's lucky he didn't start. He would have got a full first half of abuse as well. And James Casey in hard on Killian Foley. Play on, says the referee.
Can't really play any other way with him though.
Yeah. Connell has it in midfield, gives it to Richie. Well kept. Fraser Valley holding on to the ball well. That's a good effort with the outside of the right boot. And that's a good score.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be careful here. They were in control of this game and they're letting the Valley back into it.
Yeah.
Around 4 minutes left here on the clock.
No one wants to come out here next weekend for a replay. It's a good ball by Niall to Anto O'Brien on the left hand side. ISSC just need to keep it. That's better. Conor Doyle bursting through the middle.
Good talking there.
Off the left foot. A little bit high, but Sean's in.
Oh, Sean got it.
Done very
and
well.
Marty's maybe able to get onto it. No, Sean has got it back himself.
No support, but he's running straight for goal.
Oh, good tackle.
A good shoulder by the Fraser Valley defender, but Anto O'Brien has it and a little bit of space. Fraser Valley tackling hard. Starting to get frustrating. It's a bit of a scrappy couple of minutes here. ISSC just need to work it back around.
Doing well here, just holding on to the ball.
Much better by the ISSC, make the Fraser Valley boys run.
Yeah, they're after winding down about a minute there on this play alone.
4 points in the game, the ISSC winning. A little bit slack. Ooh, questionable call by the referee. Fraser Valley looks to be on the break there.
Yeah.
The referee's called free into the ISSC and Shane Henley's out to have another go at it.
That's too far.
I meant kick it in, like, whatever. And another yellow card to the Fraser Valley man. Dave Mack, I believe.
This ball needs to be maintained.
Yeah, Marty McGrath making some great runs inside.
Yeah, there we go. He's found him.
He made 4 runs before he made his last one. That was brilliant play. And that
Give it back to Shane.
Yep, Shane.
Here we go now. He's going to run at them.
Took the ball. Great ball, Sean Corrigan. He's making some great support runs. Sean's in, tight angle.
Over the bar. Clever move, just took his score. There's a massive difference today in the way the ISSC are playing. I mean, they're just playing a lot more intelligently, finding the right passes, just not going for ridiculous scores from ridiculous angles. Just makes all the difference.
Playing like a team this week. A couple of games they've played earlier on this summer, they obviously have individual brilliance, but they were relying on that a bit too much. So at least they're playing like a team. Some good support runs. Conor Doyle out. They've actually put Paddy Brown into the corner forward to see if they can get him some ball. Conor Doyle's gone in with him. Long range shot from the right hand side. That looked wide to me. Yep, wide ball.
Yeah, the Harps are going to have to watch that because Paddy Brown will get a ball and he could get in.
Yeah, it's Christie and Conor Doyle really need to sit back there and protect. It's 2-12 to 1-10 here, 5 points in it with probably only 2 minutes to go.
2 minutes is what I'd say, yeah.
Hasn't been too many injuries in this second half, so we shouldn't have much additional time.
I believe they refer to this time as squeaky bum time.
I was going to say it myself, but thought it wasn't appropriate. Thanks, Tommy. Great mark by Shane Henley over the head of 3 Fraser Valley lads. Just settles the game down. Outside of the right. Ball in, Marty McGrath. All 5'2" of him. Gets caught round the neck. Still playing on. Referee's playing advantage, I think. Anto O'Brien managed to keep it in well. Ball out to Sean Corrigan. 3 Valley lads on him.
Great little pick up.
It's a bit of a late tackle by Killian Foley here. They're getting a little bit frustrated.
He might put in another tackle.
Yeah. He's going back for more. Marty McGrath still keeps it, and this is much better by the ISSC. No one's going to... Shane Henley surrounded by 4, unfortunately, and just drops it.
He just made the wrong turn there. He didn't see the man coming behind him.
Yeah, but Fraser Valley not breaking at the same speed they were in the first half.
The Harps are going to have to get back together.
Oh, Christy Grimes, I'd say, is probably getting the line for that.
Yeah, I think he's going to get the line for that.
It looked like ISSC had enough lads back, but in the heat of the moment, you never know. The Valley lads weren't breaking at as much speed as they were.
He might give him a second yellow or a black, but there's going to be something coming.
Either way, he's dushed. And a nod from Grimes, he knew right well, and his first game back.
Another red card.
I think, who had him in the pool at 50 minutes? We'll have to check that one.
Well, he lasted 49 minutes longer than I thought he did.
Dave Mack with a nice low ball in, Jack Quinn tackling hard. Looks like he's got the arm there. Referee says nothing, play on.
Oh, off the ground, I think.
No, referee says
great
play on.
There by Yom.
Good clearance by Paul Nolan. 2 Fraser Valley lads look to have run into each other. The referee's just going to stop it for a second, make sure everything's alright.
I think that should be the end of...
Down to the last minute here,
Should be the end of full time.
The crowd's ready here to invade the field.
And of course, in Vancouver, the policy, unlike Croke Park, is we don't really care about the field, so everyone can come in. Absolutely disgraceful today with Limerick fans not being allowed in the field, I felt. What are your thoughts, Oisin?
To be honest, I left the pub as soon as the final whistle went, so I didn't see the lack of invasion. Those Limerick lads love an invasion.
They do.
Were they not let on? No.
No, they weren't let on.
Just that's bad.
Oh, here we go. It could be a break on here because the Harps.
Well, Sean Corrigan on the pick-up, and Anto O'Brien still has
is on
legs.
his left. This could be the one that clinches it.
4
now.
on 2. Anto O'Brien would
Give it off.
and again.
Oh, brilliant.
Stick that.
Oh, it's just over, but I think that's going to do it.
It's a good score. Corrigan was on a hat-trick. Taps it over the bar.
Good night, Irene, for the Valley. And we do wish them a good night. Yum yum be dum bum bum be dum bum.
Alan done well up. Paddy Brown after the ball, but nobody inside for the Valley. No runs being made.
Alan Dunn made a massive contribution there today. Richie Clark normally picks probably 4 or 5 marks in a game. Good
Good defending by Conor Doyle to stop the play. Ball played in a bit aimlessly by Paddy, a bit of frustration there. Brian Fleming's been caught in the head there and goes down. The ref stops the play. Sting's gone out of the game a little bit now. 2-13 to 1-10, 6 points in it, and we're into the last few seconds, I imagine. Looking forward to the other half of my sandwich.
I think the good thing about this is after the Valley will have 1-1, ISSC will have 1-1, and they both get to go to Philadelphia now and have a go at the senior championship down there.
Yeah, some 2 or 3 good competitive games this summer has made a huge difference to the standard of football that we're playing. Going in cold to play a team like San Fran or Chicago really is no use to anybody.
Waste of time.
Yeah. Especially to spend all that money to go to Philadelphia just for one game. So hopefully we can get a couple of wins out of the 2 teams the ISSC have going down. Who do we play in the junior championship, Tommy? Do you know?
Not sure.
Oh, Sean Corrigan again, plenty of running in him, and the late shoulder nearly came there.
Could be the OKC Wild Geese.
Oklahoma. Shane Henley getting caught up in a bit of tangle in there. Great tackle by Jack Quinn.
Oh, we could get a Vancouver power play here.
Jack Quinn looking for a bit of trouble there.
Oh, great catch from
great.
Kieran McGoldrick.
That's a great take in the last minute of the game. Marty McGrath making a run up the left. Dodge can see him. ISSC need to keep the ball here.
Oh,
and
I think he could get his second yellow maybe. It's very deliberate.
Philly knows the game is over, so he might just blow it up soon. It's getting a bit touchy here. I think we just need to finish this thing off. Last thing around here is a couple of injuries.
There'd be no real love lost between these 2 teams now.
On the field, no, considering we're all in the same boat and all Irish and all over here for a good time. But yeah, on the field it's always competitive, which like we say is what we need.
To be fair though, it rarely leaves the field. And there we go.
There's your final whistle. ISSC win the first David Gavin Trophy, the Vancouver Championship. Score of 2-13 to 1-10. I'm Oisin Daly.
I'm Tommy Burke.
And that's it.
That's all she wrote.